And most people were asking me, why didn't you actually run for president? But I was like, I didn't have the courage to do that. But I was like, okay, why not?
Let me do it. So for anyone who may not know, can you please enlighten us on what's your role as the president? For me, I think the strikes were justified in that sense. Now I'm chasing after you like you're my girl. Come on, why am I sending back-to-back messages? Hello, didn't you see the first one? Response. I know you're seeing this. Come on. But I've always wondered though, because you're holding these urgent meetings and stuff like that.
The deputy and the president get the same amount. The other SRC members of the exec get the same amount, and then we have the campus SRC, which is they also get the same amount, and then we get the bench warmers.
Bench warmers. Nah, but you know how much are tuition fees? That's a lot of money.
They're not.
That's a lot of money. 1%.
Being goal orientated, whereby you want to achieve dreams,
is for you to bring them back to perspective on their value and their worth.
They are waiting.
Okay.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the number one student podcast in SA. This isn't just another student leadership episode, but it's a more in-depth and a more insightful episode with a president of Cape Town College. So before we actually dwell on that, guys, I just want to say welcome to the number one student podcast in SA. It's your host, the one and only MR Mongo. And I'm working with the one and only co-host, Luko. He was a guest, now he's coming here to join the family. So how do you feel, man?
Yeah, first of all, that wasn't a proper introduction. For example, for anyone who hasn't watched the episode, it's Luko, Mr. Worldwide, International. We're everywhere now. We're everywhere. So now it feels good being back on the podcast, but this time not as a guest, but as a co-host. So this is the first episode.
First of many.
We don't know how we're going in. We don't know how we're going in, but
we can be cautious, don't worry.
Let's see something. Wow. Yeah.
So guys, today, the lady of the show, I just wanna ask you to help me introduce, guys, the one and only Ululu Cho, ne?
Yes.
She's the current president of College of Cape Town. I made a mistake. I noticed that I said Cape Town College. College of Cape Town, guys. So we're going to be talking about everything that's related to, from accommodation to the current strikes that are actually happening at College of Cape Town. So in brief, man, how are you?
Actually fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
Besides the Cape Town weather.
Yeah. Hey.
Today it's cold, tomorrow it's cold.
You can never confirm it. So can you tell us, before we actually started this interview, who is Luluto?
Okay, Luluto is a mother of one. I have a son who's actually 12 years old, and I am a student activist. Not activist. I actually advocate for students, and it's a passion for me because I've been doing this since high school as a class monitor. We had never had president where I went to, but when I came to College of Cape Town, people actually saw
the leadership skills.
Yes, the potential in me, as I started as a class rep and then to elevate to being a CRC and then SRC. But all in all, I am me.
Mongameli, the Stulmuntu, guys. I'm saying Stulmuntu, Chairperson, it's Abongi. So, can you tell us more? Was it you? Did you see yourself as a president before people actually saw that in you? Or you just nominated yourself, can I be the president of this year?
No.
How did it start then?
It started as I was the chairperson at one of the campuses at College of Cape Town, Crawford campus. And when you start something new, you don't actually know what's happening inside. And then until you're inside, you get to know what's really happening. But for me, the first day, it was like being a president comes with a lot of pressure because you have to be all over. When something is happening at this campus, you have to be there. And for me, I felt like, maybe if I would be a president, I would need a car. So I was like, I'm too scared. It was big shoes for me. But last year, I was actually close to the president, which is I was the deputy.
Oh,
Okay.
So there came a time where she was absent, which was personal reasons, and then I had to step in.
Okay.
So, and most people were asking me, why didn't you actually run for president? But I was like, I didn't have the courage to do that. But I was like, okay, why not?
let me
Okay.
do it.
So for anyone who may not know, can you please enlighten us on what's your role as the president?
As a president, you actually oversee the rest of the SRC. So it's like I'm the manager.
Oh.
I'm managing the rest of the portfolios underneath me, but respectfully. I'm the chairperson of the meetings that we hold, and I am also part of the council meeting, I'm a council member at our college. And when there's things that are happening at campuses, they always contact me if the CRC doesn't have the power or it's not resolved campus level, they take it to the SRC, and then we as a SRC, we sit together and see how best we can resolve the situation.
Do you ever worry about getting too comfortable? Like maybe you don't have someone that's going to hold you accountable, and then you end up slacking, because a lot of presidents in universities do slack. I think it's a known fact. That's why a lot of presidents they actually get deployed and to serve for that particular period, but the time they leave, it's like they didn't do anything. So do you get that fear or worry to become too comfortable?
I think it's normal, because remember, as someone who's put in this position, it comes with a lot of expertise. And I think for myself, I've trained myself to become the person that I am today. That no one is perfect, we do make mistakes, and we do have to learn from mistakes. So for me, I know when I leave here, I leave a legacy.
Okay.
There's many things that have changed that was not happening in the previous years. So I think for me, accountability, if we have a student, hopefully we'll have one. I'm hoping that students will come and hold me accountable for the things that I've promised. But I don't promise, because you know when you promise something and then you can't keep up to the promise, it's another problem.
Yeah.
So I don't promise students that this is my year, I will make.
There's change.
I will go according to my pace and how best we can solve situations.
So what was I'm confused that you don't promise anything.
Yes.
But what was the propaganda though?
Yes.
Didn't you promise nothing would change
How did
when
they
you come
vote
into
for you?
office? What's going on? What
My
was the
thing is
propaganda?
this, Luko, when you promise people, you hold up to those things. And then what if I don't actually do those promises? Remember, I'm one person and there's many students around. Imagine I promise you this, and then I promise you this, and then I deliver to you, and then I don't deliver to the next person. So I don't think it's fair to say I'm holding myself and I'm promising you the world. Where will the other people stay if I promise you the world?
But confidence, President. Confidence. We believe in you.
Yeah. No, for them believing in me, for me even being here, it shows that they actually believe in me and they've seen my leaderships and how I've been throughout all the other years. So it's a matter of they want me to be here, and I'm here because of them.
Speaking of them, I want to know something, man. There were recent strikes
Okay.
at College of Cape Town.
Yes.
I just want to know what actually sparked it. What was it about, and how is it being resolved?
The issue of the strike that was recently happening at Crawford campus was because of water at the resident, because the water wasn't, the showers was, the water was cold from the showers, but the basins were actually producing like warm water. So I think the problem was with the showers, and it was a food issue, which is at our college, we normally do the order list every week. But the problem was with the delivery. So they striked because there was no food. But when I got there on the day of the strike, I actually called an urgent meeting with supply chain and the campus manager there, the resident officer, and the entire SRC executive to come and see what's the problem and then how best we can resolve the issue. And then I've asked the campus manager on the day to use money from the petty cash to buy food for the day and night and the morning. And that was done. And then the plumber was called to come and see what's actually the problem. And then the plumber came and checked the problem, what's the problem is, and then he started working the next day. So the food issue was resolved and supply chain, because the delivery didn't come. So the resident supervisor went to the supplier to go get the food, because actually it was meat and breakfast stuff they didn't have. So he went there and went to go collect.
So now it's resolved.
It's resolved. Yes. Even the water as well. They have warm water.
Okay.
You can go there.
Viva President. Viva President.
And I'm still shocked how you didn't make any promises and they elected you. How is it possible?
I don't know.
But you're still getting things done without the promises.
But my thing is this, sometimes not everything results to strikes. If you would call a meeting and ask the people that are actually employed to do these things for you, you can actually do that. Not everything results to people burning things and destroying college properties.
But are you saying that from the privilege of not you being in that position? Or is it just-
No. Like, for instance, what actually happened, they had a strike, we had a meeting.
Okay.
The matters were resolved in the next day. So they could have easily called a meeting, but I'm not saying that they don't have a right to strike. They do have a right to strike. But my thing is this, you have an SRC at your campus.
Yeah.
You're supposed to raise this issue with your SRC. I know sometimes it comes as if you've been writing reports and stuff to management, and then they
Emails.
decide that's how it is. But sometimes students get tired and striking is the only option for them to be heard, which is what they did. And
Isn't
actually
there a
worked.
procedure of, okay, maybe they were sending those emails and then they saw that there's no movement, there's nothing that's happening. And then they were like, okay, the next day we're going to request for a meeting. You're telling me that there was no meeting, so they just jumped from email to striking.
there was an email thread, but there was no response from management. And then they decided to strike.
I think that's the loophole. Why was there no response? I think that's the loophole.
You don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it would be frustrating sending
Yeah.
threads of emails. No
And
response.
imagine maybe you're following up next week. So yeah, I feel like if you're part of you serving people, you're not going to do everything right. But at least if at the end you are accountable and you actually come back and say, okay, let's find a way on how to make this eliminated and not repeat itself. So yeah, man, I don't know what you can say, Luke.
Yeah. I also think, for me, I think the strikes were justified in that sense. Now I'm chasing after you like you're my girl. Come on, why am I sending back-to-back messages? Hello, didn't you see the first one?
Respond, pay.
Response. I know you're seeing this. Come on. But I've always wondered though, because you're holding these urgent meetings and stuff like that. I've always wondered, as people in management, SRCs and stuff like that, student bodies, how do you guys really balance? Like, does it not affect your academics having to, especially like emergency situations like this, like where you have to drop everything and focus on the situation at hand?
I think it differs as people. We differ because with me, 90% of the time I'm out of class
You're out of class. Why?
because of things like that. Like
So
when
do you manage your
No, I actually do manage because I always pass.
Why?
It's a new semester. It's a
Yeah.
new semester. I'm actually doing N5 now. I was doing N5 last semester. So I think it also comes with dedication.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's my passion, and I don't want people to hold me accountable of you putting SRC in front before your academics. So whenever I'm not around, which is I have my classmate with me, Sinalo, I'm always grateful for her. When I'm not in class, she always
Why
keep
is
me
she blushing?
updated. She always keep me updated. So that's one thing I'm always grateful. Even with my lecturers, they understand that there might be things that come out just like that, and then I have to rush and run to those things. So when I'm home, actually, I study.
You study when you're home.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to sacrifice well in this kind of positions. Um, I wanted to ask you something regarding accommodation. Accommodation is one of the
Oh.
most, I don't know how to say about accommodation. Accommodation is always a problem in
Yeah, every
universities.
year.
Tertiary.
There's going to be multiple universities of students sleeping just
Sleeping
anywhere.
outside, student center. So I want to know in your institution,
Okay.
because doing my research, I've seen some things there and there. I just want to know, man. Actually, yes.
No, ask.
Tell me.
You can ask. I'm ready.
What's currently happening with the system of accommodation? Are students complaining, and how are those complaints actually being resolved?
When
current
it comes
state.
when it comes to student accommodation, remember I studied at Crawford campus, which is it's in the other side of town. So this year I'm here at City campus, which is it's another state. So at Crawford there is like NSFAS has non-accredited credited accommodations. So when they don't get a place in the accredited, they usually opt for the non-accredited, which is they have a lot in Crawford. But here in town, guys. Even today, I was supposed to go to a private accommodation and go view because we have students that are currently living in pods. Pods are like temporarily. And my thing is this, we have to come up with a solution. If we move those students, where are those students going to go? And you know the rent in town. Non-accredited for NSFAS, they pay 2.5.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
As an institution, I feel like as soon as students are accepted for, even if they pass, I think you know the number of students that are going to be enrolled. You have the system to know, is this student staying within campus? Is this student staying at home?
Okay.
So you know all those stats. Why is it difficult for universities? Let me not speak as a whole, but what are the difficulties that you guys are facing for you to take those stats and actually prepare prior for the students to find everything settled and well?
But remember, this is the thing. I could register as saying I'm living in Eastern Cape, but I actually have family here. So when I register, I don't know. I don't actually tell you guys I'm going to opt for accommodation or transport up until they say, the bursary officer say, come and fill in your allowance type. That's when they know. So it's either you take accommodation or transport. So I think it would be difficult for them to take those stats and actually place you in accommodation. What if you don't want accommodation?
So is it okay? When do they apply for accommodation? Do they apply for accommodation?
They apply for accommodation that they apply for the college. So for instance, we have 3 accommodations at the college. So it's Thornton and then City and then Crawford. But we normally want to opt for, if you study at Crawford, you can stay at Crawford.
Okay.
Because of the distance. You cannot say you're staying at Crawford and then you study at City campus. That's another thing. And remember, for the resident students at the college, the personal allowance they get is 300.
But I get that. But my question is, you already have the list by the previous year of how many students have applied for the accommodation, don't you?
Yes.
For the following year, I think you have to use that list that for people that apply.
But remember, the students that are returning.
Don't they apply? Like, doesn't everyone apply
At the same
for
time.
the next year?
We normally keep a space reserved for those that are returning. And then if they don't come back, those that applied the next year,
I think
we put them in there.
I think it would be safe if everyone applied.
The same
Maybe,
time.
yeah, the previous year. If you know, would see you still an undergraduate doing your third year next year, your final year next year, apply this year for next year.
That's what they do, but remember, there's new students also coming in. That's
They
the
should
problem.
apply also.
But remember, our only main problem we have here is that we get students that are coming from Joburg, Eastern Cape, whereby there's TVET colleges that side, and they always want to opt for Cape Town, and that's another problem. And when it comes to registrations, other people, it's their first time at colleges. They don't know the system, how everything goes. They think when it's registration, you're actually starting on the day with your classes, which is, it's not how that works.
Okay.
Guys, I think we have to take a short break to have a cup of coffee. So give yourself a tribe coffee, guys. If you didn't buy it, get it now. Go to their website. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the Student Podcast so we can be number one in the country, guys. Number one in the continent. Yeah, so don't move a muscle, guys. We're going to be back right now. Students, it pains us to know that 80% of you haven't subscribed to the channel. So we would like to ask you, whether you are a student, a lecturer, or professional working class, please hit the subscribe button down below. And just by that small act, you're going to be helping us to being the biggest student platform in the continent. So can you please subscribe and share the channel to more people, and we promise to give you the most valuable content that you've ever experienced and give you the best guest that you can. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Joining me after the break, it's the same co-host, Luco.
Worldwide. Don't forget the worldwide.
You've
It's
probably seen
international.
him. Yeah,
It's
worldwide.
international.
Worldwide, God. Luco worldwide. You've probably seen him online. Building a cult following. I'm going to call it the cult following of 300 people that followed him in 3 months.
300 people.
300K. 300K people, guys, that followed him in 3 months. If you thought witchcraft wasn't happening, ask him. So, guys, we're still joined by Luluto, the Mongameli of College of Cape Town.
Wow.
So we're still uncovering all the things that you, fellow student of College of Cape Town, you never knew. So today, we're giving you the platform to listen for yourself. So we were speaking about accommodation crisis and some of the broken promises some of the students received, because they were told, you're going to get a place by the end of this month. But some of them are still sleeping. And so with the temporal residents,
Okay.
are they put in the position whereby now they have to be chased out?
No, let me make it clear. The temporary is not ours.
Oh,
It's a private accommodation.
so who pays the private accommodation, that one?
They know NSFAS hasn't paid them now because they need to be put into bid for NSFAS to pay them. But now the thing is this, it's a challenge because the landlord has promised us space that CPUT, they're going to evict those students because they hadn't paid their rent. So hopefully we were hoping for them to be evicted. I don't know. Last month already.
So if a student doesn't have NSFAS, what's their story?
There is other bursaries.
Other bursaries, ne?
Yes.
So they can still apply for other bursaries.
Yes. But when it comes to other bursaries, they don't pay like NSFAS. It's an annual. It's a problem. We still have students that are still waiting for last year's money.
Ooh. Yeah,
Story for another day.
Yeah,
No,
it's
we
a
can
lot.
talk about it now.
that day is today.
We can talk about it now. What's happening?
I don't know.
Ne, you don't know.
I don't know.
But you are overseas. You oversee, so you
I
have to
remember
oversee.
when I said to you, I oversee the SRC. I don't oversee other people's jobs.
Nah, but you represent the kids. You
Yes.
represent the students.
Okay.
We need to know what's going on in their lives.
But my thing is this, when there's no communication,
Yeah.
what do I do?
Yeah, the price of education in South Africa.
It's very it's very
Yeah.
expensive, man. It's to be honest, I don't know. So, are there any corruption scandals within the SRC?
Sorry?
Are there any corruption scandals?
What's corruption first?
We need definitions of corruption.
Corruption. ChatGPT, tell me.
But realistically though,
What can I say?
realistically, let's think about it. It's only corruption if she's not involved. If she's involved, it's connection.
Connections.
Yeah.
Corruption if you're not involved. Yeah, that's the definition.
None.
Okay.
None.
None that I know of.
How long have you been SRC?
3 years.
Okay.
3 years.
How is it possible that you can be SRC for 3 years?
Sorry?
How is it possible? 3 years SRC.
When something is good, you always want more of it.
Maga renew.
Yes.
Maga renew.
So
You what?
even next year you can
No,
run again.
no. I
Why?
can't.
Why?
I can't.
Do they pay you?
They don't
to
allow you
SRC?
to do more than 3 years.
No, the thing is this, next year I'm doing N6, so they don't take N6 because
Okay.
it's a
But
semester.
do they pay you?
Yes.
Is it good? Is it good?
It depends on
On what your needs are?
no, not what your needs
Depends
are.
on the
We
work.
actually get a rebate and we only get paid like at the end of the year. So they take 1% of your tuition fee, they put it together, and then whatever amount is there, there's a breakdown how it's divided. The deputy and the president get the same amount. The other SRC members of the exec get the same amount, and then we have the campus SRC, which is they also get the same amount, and then we get the bench warmers.
Oh,
the
bench
inactive-
warmers.
The
Yes.
bench warmers. Nah, but you know how much a tuition fees? That's a lot of money.
Hey,
They're
That's a lot
not.
of money.
1%.
They're not.
Yeah, 1% is-
like
is-
for
is-
for
is-
instance, my tuition fee per semester is 2,000 and something.
You serious?
2,000.
That's not a lot. And then
Okay.
1% of 2,000 and something is 200. It's not a lot.
For the whole year.
Yes. No, but you don't get that. I don't get the 200. No. Let's say you pay 4,000 and something, and then we take your 1% and my one and Luca's 1%, we put it together. We get a certain amount, and then we divide that certain amount according to the
Okay.
positions.
Yenza sense kancane.
Kancane.
Get it, man.
So I've heard that you, because there's this thing. You remember when universities were going to parliament?
Oh yeah.
Now it's the turn of a college. You shocked?
No,
And as a leader, you
I
have
don't
to
know. I
set the
don't know if
forefront.
she's shocked.
I'm not shocked. I'm
You
listening.
have to set the
Okay, so
forefront.
in
Sorry?
terms of your college going into parliament, would you say you are ready for that in terms of everything?
I'm always ready.
Nah.
We were born ready.
So how did you and your team prepare for that now?
Remember when they call you to parliament, they give you a date. After the date, they give each college or university
When is
topics.
your date?
Sorry?
When is your date to go to parliament?
I cannot.
Say okay. It's
Yes, cannot say that.
fine. Okay, you can proceed.
But you given topics, so there's a breakdown, and then we come to a meeting whereby this is for this, this is for this, this is for SRC.
So you already prepared.
Yes.
She was born ready. What do you mean? Is she already prepared? She was born
Hey,
ready.
you struck me as
As what?
When she got out of her mother's womb, and she was crying. She was crying because of the struggle.
she was like,
She felt the black person's pain.
I'm ready.
Especially when you're a single mother.
How are you juggling between that actually, like being a student and also a parent?
A mother. My
Yeah.
son is 12, teenage pregnancy. So
Your son is 12.
he's turning 12 this month on the 27th of August.
Well, 27th of August is like
Next week.
Next week.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
And now he's at the stage whereby he's taking numbers.
Yeah?
And you have to go to that girl's house and you have to be like, hey, leave my son alone.
No.
Yo.
Nah,
He's 12, but his brain is 5.
Okay.
I don't know how it's coming.
Okay.
You know, guys, must it takes a bit of
A
time
bit longer, yeah.
to get there. But once we are there,
It's tough,
tough.
Chief.
so
Are you talking from experience or what?
No. My mother knows. No.
What does she know?
It's not true. So I just want to speak about the not so good side of leadership.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to know, what are the biggest sacrifices you've made personally while serving as a president?
For the students.
Yes.
Financials.
Your own financial.
Yes.
What happened?
Like for instance, if we say we go somewhere with the students, and then the only, like they say transportation will take you at your campus or this whatever campus, and then the transport drops you there, and then you don't have money to go home. So it's a matter of I would sometimes provide money for them if I have, but I'll also make alternatives.
But don't you get the money back because you can claim?
I don't want it.
You don't want to claim.
No.
She's here to serve, Chief.
I do what I love.
She's here to serve.
You clock it.
Period.
Not that I don't want to claim, but Haibo, you telling me I must claim 30 rand or 50 rand?
It's still money.
I know it's money, but
Yeah, but it may seem little, but when it piles up,
Imagine.
yes, it's 30 rand, 50 rand, and then after a while you're like, man, I've lost more than 1,000 here.
But now you're sitting at the end of the year. As Mara could have bought a 12 pack of Corona now. I'm joking.
no, for you, I drink water.
No, guys, I'm making come on, you took it serious. Guys, I'm not saying you're going to buy a Corona. I'm just making an example. Do you ever feel used by students?
Yes.
Or by
Not used per se. I would say it's the entitlement for me.
the position that you're in?
No, the entitlement that students have on student leaders. Like, for instance, when they say it's a must for us to look for accommodation with them, it's not a must.
What is it?
It's not a must.
What is it?
Like, it's a must when we say we as an institution, we made this decision that we're moving these students to this accommodation. So it's a must for us to look for accommodation with them. But when you are telling me you're coming to register at the college, you chose College of Cape Town, so you're supposed to know what's the ins and outs. It's not a must for us. Like, for instance, when you apply for your NSFAS bursary, it's we can't go to NSFAS on your behalf and say, can you check the status and see what is happening with the students' portal or anything? It's not a must. But we assist as a college and as leaders.
Yeah, and assistance should be assistance should be reciprocated with gratitude.
So they are not, but sometimes people are like, okay, we shouldn't thank you for a job. Like, we shouldn't.
Nah, I think it's because they're misinformed, because many students are thinking you guys are getting paid for this. They don't know how much they're getting paid, but they think maybe they're getting paid big bucks for this. They're not knowing that these people are actually saving good. Even what she said about she doesn't even make claims or stuff like that when she spends her own money. So they don't know like the sacrifices. So I'm happy that you brought that question up to light so that they can know that these people are actually working hard for the students and stuff like that. And gratitude would be much appreciated.
Exactly.
It's not short from,
So-
it's just...
Can I ask a question now? I know it's not part of this, but I'm just curious. So you're telling me it's not a must for the president of the country to make sure that the gap between the poor and the rich is closed?
Is the current president doing that?
Nah, but I think that's a bad example though. That's a bad analogy. Cyril is probably getting millions. And he's not even the one doing the work. He has ministers. He's the overseer of anything.
He's coordinating.
He doesn't see, but it's the overseer.
Yeah.
No, but when it comes to accommodation, we're always willing to assist.
Yeah.
If there's means for us to assist, we always go out of our way to make sure that the safety of our students are actually in good hands.
But with the stigma behind the stereotype of people saying that, I know what we spoke about, but I want to tackle this also. People saying that college is better than university. What are your thoughts on that?
I haven't been to university. I'll speak about college.
So, like, how does it make you feel then?
It's not per se better, but I would say that TVET, the TVET sector,
yeah.
the TVET sector is
Hey.
actually
Hey, okay. It's talking now.
Hey,
man.
but Babu, what's the connection between us and Lamakam?
Another thing, Luca is the master of manipulation. That's why. That's why.
I am not.
That's
I'm
why.
not. But
But when it comes to TVET, we actually produce people with skills. Remember, TVET is a skill uplifting skills sector whereby it's more practical than theory. So I think that's the reason why they always want to compare that with universities, whereby if me and you, let's say you come from a university, I come from a TVET sector, and we apply for same job, the chances of me getting employed are more than you because I have experience of what they actually need.
Yeah.
You say someone should actually go for TVET.
Like for my son is doing grade 6 now. After he passed grade 9, I'm taking him to college.
To college, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I also think like it's this thing that even in what they offer, like the courses that they offer, they are different. So if you want a certain course that is offered, maybe say you're going to apply for the same job and stuff like that, they have more skills than university students and stuff like that. Whereas you're learning theory for 3 years and then you go do your practicals. They've been being equipped with skills for that whole term that they've been there. So yeah, they have I would say a better chance in the job market.
Babemboso cause I don't know, but from the latest episode of Podcast and Chill, he was saying that PhD and masters people are learning textbooks that were written by textbooks for textbooks. So for me, I was like, this guy is. But I feel like for his statement, it was very anti-intelligent. Yeah. English is wandering around
The
there,
bundles
leaving
the
me.
bundles are depleting.
It's anti-intelligentalism. Where's the English? Yeah, but that's what I think, guys. But in this case, I feel like what you're saying, it's right. TVET is producing practical work, practical experience. But there are things that university also offers. I think we once had this conversation with Abongile. I feel like all the things are coming back now. But okay, just before we close this episode off, I just want to say, after 3 years, what have you actually achieved at this point? With you being part of SRC?
Achievement in the
Your
SR.
achievement.
Yeah, as
My
the
achievement,
overseer.
like me.
Yes.
I would say I've gained more connections. Like when you, I gained more. Like I'm still studying and I still want to continue furthering my studies. So I know where to go to after what I'm doing currently now, and I've grown as a person also because the Luto I was 3 years back is actually not the same. So but the most, one of the biggest achievements is actually getting a job. But before I get a job, I want to see the people that I was actually studying with. I want them to get jobs before me. That's what I want to do. Like for instance, my friend Osanado, like I spoke about.
You want to.
I have more connection than her. So my
Okay.
biggest problem is this: we study together, and she's literally like my best friend.
Confidant,
And
yeah.
yes, so I wanted to get a job before me because I know for me it will be much easier to get it.
Okay.
Like when you have to do in-service training after our N6. That's my goal.
There's more people like you in this world, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking so you're so selfless. You.
Yeah.
I'm even
But
shocked.
at first I was shocked. I was like, get the job before me.
I'm also
What if I get then the jobs are finished?
Yeah, and then what are you going
And then
to?
she talked about connections. I'm like, okay, I understand. I get
So
it.
what if she gets the job that pays and then you have to do
It's
community
not about
service?
it's not about
Payment.
getting paid. Yes, not about that.
It's not about getting paid.
The thing is this: when it comes to in training, like in-service training, it differs. If she gets a job that pays her, but I'm still gonna get a stipend for that in-training service. So
What if they're paying her 10,000?
it's okay. It's not a raise, Melusi.
Yeah, some people, you don't know. Some people are actually content with whatever they're getting. That's what they're like, I'm cool. Like, I'm
Remember,
settled.
that 3.5 could actually do more things than the 10,000. Yes. Don't you know when you have a
depends.
smaller money?
It depends.
It depends on your needs.
Come
Right.
on,
If you have
10,000
more
can do a lot of things.
If you have more needs than the previous person, then yeah, you could have
You
a.
need
Compared to
You
3.5.
need to do more research.
Guys, come
People
on.
that work at ShopRite are actually doing more greater than people that are working at Standard Bank.
No, I get you in terms of that regard because I feel like people have unnecessary expenses once they get more money. But
Exactly.
if you're content with the lifestyle that you have right now,
Yeah.
I think 10,000 is more, guys. Come on, let's be realistic.
No,
Okay, maybe the figures are exaggerated.
That's what I
because
wanted
they are
to say.
the difference is like
Aye.
6.5. Nah, that's
Come
fake.
on, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing episode. But one question: do you think students trust SRC?
Some
I don't think there's a student that trusts SRC.
there is
Wait,
at my college.
can you please comment down here if you trust
Do
SRC?
you trust the SRC?
If you trust the SRC, can you comment down below?
Do they represent you?
Do they represent you well? Thank you so much for joining us, Luluto and Luko. Hey, your names.
No. Refrain.
Luluto.
Refrain from what you're thinking.
Maybe you are Luluto. Well,
Yeah, I was confused because we know as Luluto and she started saying Luto. I was
Yeah,
like,
Luto.
Manja, because my name is
You
Luto,
are
you're saying
Luto now.
No.
She shortens her name.
Melusi.
Lulu.
Oh, Luto and Luko.
Uh-uh.
Luto and
tough.
Luko.
tough.
Thank you guys for following.
It's tough. I might be the father that stepped up.
Guys, can you please subscribe to the podcast? We'll see you same same place next week on the Number One Student Podcast with the one and only Luko with the nice intro next time. Thank you. Shop.
Sharp.
Thank you.